Thank you for a great visionary outlook, Mats. And I look forward to continue the discussion also. I'm a little bit, it sounds exciting, but I still don't understand exactly what you do. So, but first let's continue with our next speaker. We have Johan Fmark, who is the advisor in digital business transformation for Nordic enterprises from Tata Consultancy Services. Welcome.
Excellent, thank you. Thank you. I thought we might be quite appropriate to start with a very small introduction of TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. And we're a proud part of the Tata family of companies, which more or less everyone knows. I probably don't have to explain that much further. But what's most interesting is that we've been in the Nordics for about 25 years, assisting the Nordic enterprises with digitalization. And as we speak, we have about 9,000 people assisting the Nordic enterprises in this digitalization, and about half of that is Sweden. What is interesting is that there seems to be some very good match with India and Sweden when it comes to digitalization. And we're very proud that we have actually, for the last 7 years, actually been have the highest customer satisfaction in the whole Sweden and whole Nordics. So there need to be some very good way of collaborating, as you said, Mats, there, India and Sweden around technology and digital. And let's explore that in the panel as well. But it is an exciting part. Actually, it is exciting because now we are in the epicenter of this digital transformation. We heard some numbers earlier, but it's actually changing industrial logics across the board. And there's some exciting technology coming onto the market. The technology barriers are being pushed forward, but it's also consumer behaviors that is changing radically in Sweden and India. And there's new entrants, new players coming into the marketplace, startups, which I think this startup community will be something to put on the discussion list here as well. Yeah. But we are in the epicenter of digital as we speak right now, which is extremely exciting. And it's all of these technologies that's been mentioned earlier about IoT and Industry 4.0, all comes together at the same time, which is really a very big opportunity for both Sweden, Nordics, and India. And we in Sweden has been part of this revolution for a long time, even though we are in the epicenter right now, and basically have been leading the digital revolution for many years, and are still in the lead if you look at these. This is the core benchmark when it comes to propensity of utilizing digital, World Economic Forum and INSEAD. And Sweden and Nordics are always in the top 3 positions, basically, right there. The challenge, which I think right now, is that, of course, India are on the other side of this long list of countries around the world. But it's very exciting because this is actually the acceleration of innovation and digitalization here will dramatically change this order very shortly. And it's also a bit unfair to put India very far down, because in India there are extreme pockets of excellence around digitalization. I used to work in this building 8 years ago. This is probably about the same time as you were exploring the big growth there. This is the Philips Research and Development Facility in Bangalore. And the kind of research that goes on in this pocket of excellence is amazing. Here we are creating the next generation of microprocessors, the silicon, and that kind of research is not even happening anywhere in Sweden. So there are small pockets of excellence that's been there for a long time right now, and I'm seeing my own company, TCS, to be a little bit marketing. We're having similar fantastic pockets of excellence that are there in India, not on a broad scale across the whole country, but that's what Digital India is actually targeting, this broad uplift of digital capabilities and accelerating digitalization. But the pockets of excellence are already here. And so a little bit building on that, this is, as you see up in the corner, I marked as my key message. This is what I want you to remember, because this is my key message here, going back. That as India are approaching to this very ambitious Digital India program and actually accelerating digitalization, there's great learnings from, for example, Sweden around this kind of innovation and bringing them to the market. In Sweden, there's a fantastic example about national patient journals digitalized. There is the tax authorities in Sweden, City Stockholm e-services program, mobile e-ID, so many great innovations that rapidly can be utilized to accelerate India to some kind of benchmark or utilizing the best practice across the globe. Then it happens a lot of these examples are maybe from Nordics. So that is a key thing that would actually accelerate this Digital India program dramatically, and I think Sweden has a lot to contribute there. But the second part, which I think India will accelerate this journey very much faster, is because we're having these pockets of excellence, we're having these innovation and digitalization powerhouses in India, and I'm partly referring to the IT services industry that I'm representing here as well. Even though we might be allowed 0.5% of employment in India, there are great experience and knowledge around driving quite advanced digitalization program. And last week, by coincidence, I saw what we have done, my company has done for India Post, really uplifting the whole operations in a 2-year period. We're digitalizing the whole complete operations, basically, introducing a lot of things. I'll not go into that. So exactly the same as we heard today about the passport systems and everything that we created for the India government. Very good way of utilizing these pockets of excellence in accelerating Digital India very fast. There are some unique things here that other countries, let's say Brazil or Russia, they don't have that capability. This is like the diamond of India, I would say, when it comes to accelerating digitalization. But the last part is probably more exciting, because this is something that we discussed in a roundtable earlier as well, that India should not aim for a linear innovation and digitalization process like we had here in Sweden. It should go directly to the next waves of digital, utilizing the latest technologies. So instead of going to ATMs, to credit cards and this journey, go directly for the latest innovation paradigm, like Internet of Things provide, for example. We invest quite heavily in this, and actually in India, where we're running 19 R&D labs, where we're trying out new technologies like drones, tsunami warning systems. Most of our buildings in India are run by smart office IoT pilots and these things. But this is really an exciting area for India to actually leapfrog even further, and not just more or less following the benchmarks that are existing in Sweden, for example. So this is a key message from me. But also, as we see, there is a digital divide in some sense, that 0.5% of the population work in IT services. We wish it was much more than that, but there is a shortage of finding very good skills. So we're running one of my favorite programs we run is actually the IT VIS program, which is across the whole India, really finding and inspiring people to be the nerds and utilizing technology, be passionate about technology. But this is a problem in Sweden as well, where we're having a STEM shortage of skills in this. So we're running robotic programs for Swedish schools right now to get more young people excited by technology and digital innovation and these things. We're also sponsoring a school here with Stockholm Stad, together with Ericsson actually, where we actually provide we're teachers here and coaching the students to actually be excited about digitalization. So this is one of the shortcomings, unfortunately, going forward. And I think I'll stop there, actually, because I think this will be a very exciting panel discussion coming on very short.
Thank you so much.